When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more. Всем привет, друзья. Продолжаю проходить Kingdom Come Deliverance. Дело в том, что прошлый стрим у меня закончился так без предупреждения, потому что игра выдала ошибку. И пришлось перезапускаться. Но хорошо, что без всяких проблем стрим запустился. Потому что я весь день сегодня не могла запустить стрим. Then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began. Слушать не будем. Так, сейчас, надеюсь, не вылетит игра.
Just a little longer.
Угу. Вот они идут. Так их что-то дофига, а нас 5 человек. Блин, он еще не протрезвел.
Not yet.
These are no fucking peasants. Damn it! Look at their They were expecting us. First troops to the bridge. Break through. Vanguard to the left.
There's a lot of them.
And the rest, come with me. We'll flank the bastards.
Так их что-то очень много.
At them! Charge! Grind those horsens into the dirt.
А, ну нас тоже немало. Так, подождите, ребят. Мне надо антипохмелин принять. Зелье петушок.
кстати, оно что? Я не могу их сзади, да, обойти. Кустики специально для этого сделаны. Пу-пу-пу. Так, где еще? Защитите брод, сброд, я бы сказала. Так, ну давайте что-нибудь у них. Мы их не можем, да, обворовать. Ну ладно, бежим тогда. Да, действительно, нам ни к чему это все. Потому что мы уже заканчиваем игру. Уже финал. Оля, привет еще раз. У меня игра-то вылетела, выдала ошибку. Благо, что... Благо, что YouTube сразу меня запустил. Не знаю, Оля. Я уже не берусь и не это... Не берусь, как сказать, точно говорить, потому что, ну, я предполагаю, что уже финал.
Here's their leader.
What? This boy?
You should show a little more respect, Divish. You'll need it when you kneel before Istvan. Oh, now the pup shows his teeth.
Istvan, you say? Not Sir Istvan? Or Lord Toth? Just how intimate are the two of you?
I know him. He's Eric, Toth's captain and right-hand man.
Да-да-да, это он.
Finally, some good news. Shackle him and guard him closely.
Those bastards want to destroy our trebuchet.
Думаешь, финал, да, Саш? Тоже решил, что финал. Ну, я думаю, что да, финал. Сарказм, говоришь. Ну ладно, посмотрим. Время покажет. Ну, у меня уже, смотри, 36 стримов по этой игре. Ну и стримы там есть и по 4, и по 5 часов, и по 3, и по 2. Ну пусть даже по 2, да, среднее. Но это 70 часов, я думаю, вполне может быть финал. Ну, хотя я не берусь говорить точно. Не утверждаю, как говорится.
Follow me. We'll go to the village and don't back.
Так, это уже они, что ли? Так, один сковырнулся. Ты кто, наш? Так, еще один сковырнулся. Бежим дальше. Не, подождите, нам же нужно требушет. А разве он здесь? Ну, походу, да. Мне казалось, что он наоборот внизу где-то. На тебе. На, падла. Так, новый уровень силы. Ну, это круто. Чё? Так, забили, да? Жалко, что здесь так это, ну, медленно, ничего никто не отрубает. И... Еще почти 1000 грошей. Ну, я вообще теперь богатейка просто. Отстояли требушет, да? А теперь еще ремонтировать его неделю будем, поэтому это еще не финал, думаю.
The damage isn't too serious.
So we can shoot.
Not just yet.
Sir, what are we waiting for?
You've heard his threats, Robard. Do you want him to kill Radzik and my wife? We have to consider all our options.
And it would be a shame to destroy the castle, too. But how do we get that rat out of there?
Sir, I might have a solution. What about exchanging hostages? He was the captain at Vranjik, and he brought Istvan's reinforcements here. He seems to be on very, intimate terms with Toth. He might be able to tell us something.
Очень
He might even be as valuable to his lord as Lady Stephanie and my father are to us.
Насколько они
Your
близки.
father's son, by God.
You're a godsend, lad. You're right. We'll interrogate this whore son, and then decide what to do next. Come to my tent when you've rested.
Не, ну вот когда действия какие-то, это интересно, а когда вот просто шатаешься бессмысленно по этому огромному миру, и непонятно, что нужно, на карте ничего не отмечено, но это отстой. Это, ну, не клево. Так, ну, присоединиться к совету в шатре, это, думаю, задача простая. Так, и нужно посмотреть там, что у нас за эффекты, потому что он за головушку схватился. А, ну и навыки проверить. Вот, починка. Отлично. Так, ну и все. В пьянстве мы пока не преуспели. А, похмелье. Все еще похмелье. Головушка болит, да? Ну ладно. Сейчас все пройдет, я думаю.
Start talking, or make your peace with God.
Do your worst.
Greetings.
I won't betray.
What do you need?
Well now, Eric. It is Eric, isn't it? Looks like the boot's on the other foot this time, doesn't it?
Fuck you.
You need to change your tone. If you start being nice, you might just come out of this alive. So now I'll ask you a few questions, and you better think carefully about how you answer them. How many men does he have in the castle?
Enough to thrash you all.
Who does he take his orders from?
Are you stupid? He works for Sigismund.
Listen to me. Toth has hostages in the castle, and we have you. So, how about an exchange?
Совета, что ли, спрашиваешь?
Do you really
Придурок.
think he'd give up the only thing he has that stops you from attacking? He'll never accept an exchange.
You better pray he will, for your own sake. Because once we attack, you'll be worthless to us. And what do you suppose will happen to a worthless bandit? Who is this Toth?
He's the one who'll string you all up from the trees.
What is he after?
For you to die.
Давайте еще где вы
How did you meet him?
познакомились. А все уже
What's that
это.
got to do with anything?
Ну понятно, что будет провал, потому что...
I won't waste any more time on you. You could have saved yourself, but apparently you value your master's skin more than your own.
I don't need to save myself. Istvan will save me. And he'll kill every last one of you.
Why should he
Так
save
надо
you?
ему нож в горло
He'll sacrifice you, just like everyone in Vranjik and Pribyslavitz.
поставить, да и все.
You're nothing but a common bandit.
You don't know anything. He'll come for me, and anyone who lays a finger on me will pay dearly.
Now I'm curious. Why would he care that much about you? Could
Я
it be
тоже
your
так
lovers?
думаю.
You'd never understand.
For a while there, I thought we'd get nothing out of him. But in the end, he spilled his guts.
I thought you were much too easy on him. But it seems your approach was the right one. Well done, lad. Anyway, it's clear that young fellow is no ordinary brigand. And he believes Toth cares about him. We'll just have to see if the bastard cares as much about him as Divish does about his wife and you about your father.
О, еще гроши дали. Только нафига они мне? Мне уже так почти 8000. Я могу себе все позволить.
I think the time has come to find out just how much Toth values our hostage. Do you want to parley with him yourself?
I think I'll leave that to you, Hanash.
So be it. I'll do my utmost. Bring the hostage below the battlements.
Sir Istvan!
What is it? Did
Вот
our
он,
neighborly visit catch you
гомосятина.
unprepared?
A little, but we've settled in nicely. And this fellow is enjoying our company so much, we simply can't get rid of him. It
Заволновался.
seems we are in similar situations. Perhaps it's time to send our respective guests home.
Not a chance.
Do you take me for a fucking fool?
Be warned. If anything happens to Eric, I'll let every manjack here have his way with this bitch, and I'll dice Kobila into goulash meat.
Nobly spoken, your grace. But for all I know, you may have done that already.
Divish, I'm sorry.
Она поди там тоже всем раздала.
Greetings, friends. Fear not, Lord Toth is treating us like royalty.
They're unharmed, as you can see. But don't try any tricks, or they won't be for long, Hanush.
It seems your lord doesn't place any great value in you, boy.
Go to hell.
I'm sorry. It looks like it's not going to be that easy.
Well, at least we know they're alive. I didn't expect much of it anyway.
He won't harm them as long as we have this fellow.
Так, ну, любовнички. Сейчас мы будем с вами расправляться.
Well, friends, what do you suggest?
I'd say we have no choice but to attack.
It's a great risk, Robard, with Stephanie and Radzig inside.
I know how you feel, sir, but Toth is no fool. They are his last safeguard. He will do nothing to harm them until he is sure of victory.
Would you be saying that if it were your wife inside?
Or your father?
Well, let me point out that we have no choice anyway. We don't have enough supplies to keep men here for weeks, while gangs of brigands and Sigismund's army roam the countryside. Toth won't agree to an exchange, and even if he did, we'd have to let him go. With all his men, he'd be a thorn in our sides till Judgment Day.
Sir, a message has arrived.
Oh, what is it?
Margrave Jobst is approaching with his retinue and wants to speak with you.
Jobst, you say? All right.
What is he doing here?
Who's Jobst?
Jobst of Luxembourg is cousin to King Wenceslaus and Sigismund. He's the Margrave of Moravia.
Only a year ago, he was collaborating with Sigismund and the League of Lords. He betrayed King Wenceslas and his ally Prokop. Now, he's changed sides, appointed himself the leader of the rebellion against Sigismund, and wants to liberate Wenceslas.
Whichever way the wind blows.
Nevertheless, it seems the decision is made for us. We don't want Jobst camping with us in front of our own castle like a band of gypsies.
I'm afraid you're right, Hanush. All right. We'll let the men rest a while and then attack. Come to me when everything is ready.
Ну что ж, атакуем. Ну, парня-то жалко, конечно. Любовничек-то его не спасет. Эрик, который.
What the hell are you doing? I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first.
О, круто, первый выстрел, это хорошо. Давай, Оль, давай, спасибо тебе. И тебе тоже. Тебе удачи, короче. Так, с радостью, конечно, сделаю это.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your enthusiasm.
Sorry, sir. I didn't.
Ты, блин, вечно недоволен,
There's nothing
бородатый
The men will load
дядька.
the trebuchet. All you have to do is pull the lever.
Well, I suppose I could manage that.
Then we'll bombard Talmberg for several days. Sir Robard will explain what comes next.
Так, ну сейчас самое интересное. Крутая, да? Не, ну, она клевая, но не знаю. Она меня, кстати, не так сильно впечатлила. Потому что, ну, не знаю, может, я ее не понимаю или еще что-то. Так, выстрелить из требушета. Ок. Ну тогда, Клеври, расскажи мне, как мне выстрелить из требушета. Или сначала, наверное, нужно сюда что-то положить. А где заряды у нас? А, вот. Кругленькие. Так он их не берет.
Load the trebuchet. God be with you, Henry. I'm glad to see you.
А, ну все, они пришли. Да блин, я не пойму, как я могу из него выстрелить. Фи, блин. А, ну вот он катит.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
крышу проломили, это хорошо. Так, в сборе нужно приговорить.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
It's all the same, isn't it?
No, it is not.
Да боже.
Sir
Вы
Divish
спорите
said you
еще.
tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Ishtar shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days at least. So if you have anything to attend to, now's the time. Just don't forget to come back.
А, еще можно несколько дней, да, гулять? Понятно. Так, спать, а сохранить игру. Трехдневный обстрел ждем. Красиво. Ух ты, сытость-то у нас, блин. Ну ладно, поди не сдохнем. Не должны сдохнуть. Так, где котелочек? Блин, так у меня вообще нечего кушать. Давайте спирта выпьем. И спать. Нифига себе, как получилось, что мне поесть-то нечего. Блин, так мне поесть надо. А, вон еще котелок, ну слава Богу. Сколько сытость? 64.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That István's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait. You won't have another chance until we've won the day. Or until your final rest.
Минутный перерыв, и да, мы готовы, в принципе. Да, мы готовы, погнали.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts, the north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages, taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keyser claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory. The castle is designed so we'll be like hens in a coop to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter. And as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
A village lad and an old soldier? This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered. We have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Крутяк. Дружбаны. Но наш как будто, знаете, собирается, ну не знаю, на концерт. Либо в кино. Вот такая у него морда. Ух ты. Красотинушка. А вот этим обычным солдатам какой смысл, кстати? Ну, хотя да, есть смысл. Защищают родину. Так, штурмуй стены, ок. Попробую. Ух ты. Давайте, ребята, вы вперед лезьте, я за вами. Чтобы мне свою шкуру сильно не подставлять. Не? Да блин. Меня сейчас завалят нафиг. Это чё за хрен? Так, на какой, блин, частной территории мне нужно поскорее календулу? У меня ни одной повязки, ни хрена нет. Хотя, подождите. Повязка есть. А, но у меня нет кровотечения. Так, подождите, я пока сейчас. Не, на тебе, затыкаю тебя. А ты откуда явился? Я, блин, без 5 минут пан. Ух ты. Вот да. Ну теперь кровотечение у меня. Жесть. Без 5 минут пан сдох. Так, не пойму, что за задание у меня.
I'm glad you came.
At your service, sir.
I'm about to give the order to bombard Talmberg. And since it's mainly thanks to you that we still have a trebuchet, I think you should have the honor of the first shot.
I'll be delighted.
To smash my castle? I can't say I share your enthusiasm.
Sorry, sir. I didn't...
There's nothing to it. All you have to do...
Well, I suppose I could manage...
Then we'll... Sir Robe...
Нифига меня откинуло. Капец.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Master Fayfar.
Much better.
Next time round, you...
Так, а это что за инвалид?
Welcome, Henry.
Нормально, да? Жесть, просто капец. У него нога застряла в камне.
How are things with you?
I'm worried.
How's that?
Well, I couldn't say.
Нормально, да? У него нет одной ноги, либо она там.
What is it?
Бедняга. Давай стрелять.
We made it in the nick of time.
We failed. That serpent from Valdig...
Would you kill him?
Maybe. Just thinking about it.
How do you like Master Keezer, Sir Divish?
How do I like him? As if it's not enough to hurl giant boulders at my castle, he wants to throw kegs of gunpowder.
I understand, but he...
Those boulders could hit my wall.
Yeah.
Ух ты, блин. Да твоя жена давалка, блин, знатная. Так, ладно, не буду с ними говорить больше.
God be with you, Henry.
Фух. Давай, закатывай. Еще и камни нужно для требушета там отточить. Да, может, можно и квадратные, но у них не такая обтекаемость, так сказать, аэродинамика, или как это правильно.
Divish said...
Sir Divish.
Sir Divish said you tell me what happens next.
Aye. We're going to watch Istvan shitting himself.
That's all?
For a few days, at least.
Так, ну надо будет потом шнапсом, швепсом сохраниться. О, блин, сытость, сытость. Надо было сначала насытиться. Ладно. И перед атакой обязательно сохраниться, чтобы вот это все опять не делать.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
Чё такое? Блин, забыла пожрать опять. Да что ж такое, а? Блин, как бы мне от голода не сдохнуть. Совсем плохие дела. Не могу так рисковать. Ха.
God save you. Больше он спать не может. С сытостью опять проблема у меня. Так у меня вообще никакой жратвы почему-то нет. Не знаю, было дофига всего. О, кстати, может на лошади что-то есть? Спирт есть. На лошади есть спирт. Ну, что, возьму.
пиво. Но у меня только бухло почему-то. В основном. Ну ладно. Ой, нет. Сожру. Траванусь, конечно. Ну ничего.
God save you, Henry.
Hey! Watch it!
Так, капец, вообще нефиг жрать. Ладно. Привет, Ашот. Ну-ка, а если я еще раз съем капусту? Ну сытость нормально, можно капусту, кстати, выбрасывать. Хотя нет. Что выбрасывать? Сейчас еще поедим ее. Сейчас как раз у нас эффект этого закончится, отравление.
I feel quite hungry.
Так, что? Подождите. Опять у меня там в животе уже неладно. О, отлично.
Good day, Henry.
Давайте до второго котелочка добежим и... Так, и сохранимся этим с нашим шнапсом, швепсом. Фух. Так, сохраняемся. Что же, Оль, все готово? А я тут и доделываю финал. Ну, надеюсь, что это финал. Ну, думаю, что это финал. Не надеюсь. Не говори. Надежда умирает последней. Так, сохранились, это хорошо. Что там у нас с усталостью? Энергии 61. Ну, можно, кстати, поспать немножко. О! Подождите. Можно было здесь сохраниться. Где она? Так, что у меня там с сытостью? В принципе, нормуль. Можно вот это даже сожрать. Отравленную капусту. И вообще, окейушки. Так, еще не все, что ли? С сытостью опять проблема.
God be with you, Henry.
Ух, отлично.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg.
Блин, я чуть долго, походу, ждала.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. You won't have another chance.
I'm ready.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The attack will be...
How are we going to...
We'll try to do as much, even if that's true.
What colours?
Fortunately, it's wood.
And what's the plan?
First, we have to get men to... Which is no reason... As soon as the ladder... Once a few of them...
How...
Either by...
And the inner...
That... The castle is... We'll have to either...
What about the...
There...
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on...
I'll help with the attack.
I'm proud of you, Henry. And as God is...
A village lad and an old soldier.
Just one last... Keep your eyes open. We have to take the...
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Юнец. Так себе он. Юнец-то. Совершенно не юнец, по-моему. Фух, ну что ж, погнали. Да. Пиво не продают, ну да. Не, ему продают пиво, ему много пива не продают, потому что он неадекватный становится. Бочками, короче говоря, ему не продают. Вот. А так вообще продавали. Да. Видимо, думают, что он не платежеспособный. Так, давайте-ка я вот здесь еще этим швепсом закинусь. Ох, блин. А почему не дает? Ну, не дает, ладно. Короче, не дают швепсом закинуться. Ладно. А блин, падла. Ах ты, рубанул. Ты сдохнешь, скотина маленькая. Сдох вроде бы. Фу. Подождите, не пойму там, что у меня случилось. Так, подождите. Мы ничего даже не можем сейчас сожрать. Так. Давайте вот сюда уйдем. Ёперный театр. Где у нас календула-то? У нас есть она? Петушок. Нафига мне петушок? Вот календула. Ок. О, одного-то мы забьем легко. Ух ты. Мясо, блин. Мне так не хватало этой жрачки. Ну да, а я на это, Саша, рассчитываю. Я же так-то... Так-то чё мне? Нафиг надо? Самогон. Сушеные грибы. Это подойдет. Ой, еще одного забили толпой. На тебе. Ой, смотри-ка в стену. Так, ладно. Хватит о жратве думать. Ишь ты. Эй. Эй, алло. Дяди. Так, это сдох, да, отлично. Так, что-то, по-моему, сейчас меня толпой забьют. Ни хрена. Это правда сейчас так и случится. Пошли нахер. Ай, куда мне сбежать? Отвалите от меня, дебилы. Ну да, это не ассасины. Далеко не ассасины. Календула закончилась. Ну, это капец, конечно. Зато зелье лазера. Ну все. Спать. Но я думаю, спать мне сейчас не дадут. А было бы неплохо. На, блин. Как они на меня всей толпой нападали. Так, куда теперь? Самогон. Блин, может мне самогоном закинуться, а? Чё стоим? Пошлите. Придурки. Блин, ну зашибись. Молодец я. Не говори. Удачно. Да эти-то чё стоят? Шлангуют. Ладно. Чё стоите-то? Эй, алло. Блин. Я заблудилась, короче. Ну а вот то, что там ор стоит, их вообще никак это не смущает. То, что там орут. А, вот. Иди сюда, падла. По одному идите. О, давай. С одним-то поди справлюсь. Своим читерским способом. Сволоча. Так, иди сюда, ты. Ни хрена. Хотя бы один сдохни, падла. Ё-моё! Все, они сагрились, да, на меня? Сука, что он делает-то такое? О, помощнички пришли, отлично. Вот и все. Да, читерским. Победили. Не говори, но это была бы жесть. Так, подожди, это кто? А, это не Андрюшка наш?
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanash.
Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. If your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship. But Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks his truce answers to me.
So, are you really going to let them go?
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised.
Ну, не знаю здесь как.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
За блядство прощай.
You're not to blame.
Ну все, этот Дивиш получил свое.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
А остальные пусть.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Так, ну что ж, мы меч-то себе вернем же. В любом случае.
Skalitz. Mount up, Henry. You've heard what he'll do if we follow them.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Так, ну походу сегодня еще не финал. Финал завтра будет у меня. С этой игрой. Ну хотя посмотрим. Ну, потому что, ну, чувствую. А думаешь, что нет? Да, не говорил, Санта-Барбара точно. Ой, я пока чат читала вон. Ну, а его надо будет убить, чтобы меч вернуть, по-любому. Сомневаешься, что финал? Да ну, ребят, вы что, шутите? Я уже хочу ее поменять на Far Cry. Не, ну если не финал, то буду играть. Я не брошу.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry, it'll come to you.
Не говори. Но он перепил просто самогона.
Sneaking into Brannick all on your own? Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it.
What do you think? Will Toth keep his word?
He's a noble, right?
Yes. So am I.
Sir Radzig will be there.
There's no sign of them. Move on.
А, так они не вдвоем скакали. Чудеса.
I'm glad to see Ishvan kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
Сдержал слово-то свое.
They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you nothing? Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Markwart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front.
Как, знаете, как будто бы уже
It's like I
финал.
always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
Это что, монгольская ига?
It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Не, еще не финал. О! Финал, ребят. Все. Адьюс, амигос. То есть меч мы не забрали. Да, это смешно, действительно. Да, спасибо, Оль, спасибо. Да, точно, 100% будет Kingdom Come 2. Угу, 100% будет продолжение. Не говори, отмучила зрителей. Спасибо, Саш. Не, ну, так-то игра интересная, конечно, но немножко как-то занудные есть моменты, но, в принципе, неплохо. Вторую часть обязательно буду. Но это будет через несколько лет, я думаю. А тебе, Саш, еще это предстоит. Не, ну раз меч они не забрали, то 100% будет продолжение. Тут прям такой намек. Не, на релизе точно не буду ее брать. По скидке. Как будто Рамштайн какой-то поют или что-то в этом роде. Не Рамштайн, но что-то такое прям знакомое. Ну, будем ждать титры, потому что явно дадут трофей после них. Не, ну я действительно, если честно, я прям рада, что я ее прошла, я ее не бросила, и я думаю, что вторая часть будет лучше гораздо. Потому что, ну, вот я разговаривала с одним там парнем, но он говорил, что типа, ну как, просто общались, и он сказал, что Ведьмак первый тоже был такой немножко кривоватый, но потом все в гору, и вот третий прям выстрелил. Я думаю, что с Kingdom Come будет точно то же самое. Да, ну да, когда там какие-то были, Саш, препоны, такие прям жестокие. Хотелось бросить игру, но я этого не сделала. У меня прям сила воли взяла свое. И я ее прошла. Значит, то ли и Kingdom Come ты 2 раза пройдешь, когда купишь по скидке. Саундтрек прям зачетный. А может, это Мерлин Мэнсон? Не, не Мерлин Мэнсон. Не, ну почему? Почему он мазохистка? Тебе, мне кажется, понравится игра. Хотя, ну вот Саше нравится, но и я как бы... Я, конечно, там не вау, не в восторге, но так-то, блин, игра прикольная. Kingdom Come Deliverance. Клево. Не, ну 100% будет продолжение. Может быть, даже очень скоро. Сама история, мне, кстати, интересно, как закончится. Ну, не то, что как закончится, чтобы меч у него забрать. Мне это интересно. Да, у тебя тоже не будет игр. У тебя уже на века игр закуплено. О, смотрим.
Doing well, son.
Father.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar.
Они, кстати, похожи вот с этим.
I miss you very much.
You'll be fine.
Больше, чем с кобылой.
We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting.
Now look at me. Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.
красиво. А что, Оль? Это очень классная игра, зря ты так.
Please. You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows. Make her proud.
Don't go.
Клево.
Oh, don't go. No.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzik wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Jobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
Какие у него штанишки клевые, модные, рубашка тоже.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Не, ну вот классная игра от первого лица, это зеркальная грань или зеркальный город. Вот, которая новая. Не первая часть, а вот вторая. Вообще офигенная. Очень стильная. В первую я, к сожалению... Ну, я начала в нее играть, но не доиграла. Ну и все. О, задание эпилог. Подождите, эпилог надо пройти. Эпилог надо пройти. Не, на дочке Мельника еще на ней жениться. Не, ну он нарядный, да. Можно и жениться. Но можно и на Стефании жениться, если этот отправился в иной мир, муженек ее, пан. Можно и на Стефании. Она что, женщина опытная? Кто там еще у нас был? Эти 3 ведьмы. Кто еще, кстати, был? А, ну вот девки с этим, которые со священником-то. Тоже можно. Да, можно на всех жениться, да и все. Так, подождите-ка. Разве я не открыла, да, замок? Ну ладно, тогда на ведьмах не буду жениться. Хрен с ним. Так а ты-то вообще, Саш, не попытался даже его открыть. Благородный господин. Да, я, видишь, такой господин. Так себе господин, короче. Ну, нет, я господин, но не благородный. Так себе
Hal,
благородный.
are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume
that we didn't catch him? No. Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
Ну, теперь они прям равноценные друзья. Не, ну, это было прикольно. Плотские шалости, это прикольно. И со Стефанией, это или Стефанией.
My lords,
С Терезой.
Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This
Потому что он
gentleman here is
ублюдок,
John
то есть
II of
бастард, да?
Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg. He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must
Да,
admit.
в купальне это
Sigismund's
сама
plan
она.
seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good cause.
Сейчас, ребят, это послушаю, что они здесь говорят.
He
То
was
есть
already
почитаю,
planning his rule
потом
of
чат.
Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here. The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergholf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergholf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses.
Ты ж какой-то хитромудрый, блин.
I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghof, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts, and now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghof know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is different.
Не, ну да, Оля, это прикольно, что после титров она
King
продолжается.
Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And do you know, sir, what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghof at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghof would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Еще что ли один финал нужно это ждать.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how.
Приколюха, блин.
We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble or join our side,
But we have to ask in a way that won't lead...
Подождите.
How about writing that you're concerned about current events and that you want to
God save you.
Так, одну минуту. Да, Оля, это прелесть. Короче говоря, это был фальш-финал. Сейчас будет у нас, надеюсь, настоящий финал.
Looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, They've been in a bitter armed feud for years, and now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
Who is he really, this Jobst?
The cousin of King Wenceslas. He's the Margrave of Moravia. I admit I don't know what to make of him myself. Until recently, he was allied with the League of Lords. For a time, he even served Rupert of the Palatinate against the king. And now suddenly, he's reversed his position. I don't know what led him to do it, and one can't help being suspicious. It's best to keep a watchful eye on him. But he really is the leader of the resistance against Sigismund these days. We'll just have to see how it all turns out.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped, you can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
Who is this Prokop that Jobst spoke of?
Jobst's brother, the king's cousin. He and Jobst warred over Moravian supremacy for years. Then they were allies for a while, betrayed Wenceslas and sided with Rupert of the Palatinate. But after Sigismund abducted Wenceslas, Prokop fomented a revolt against him, and Sigismund had him captured. Politics. Make of it what you will. I, for one, can't make head or tail of it most of the time.
The League of Lords and that Berghoff we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghoff, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to their will. They got away with it that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghoff has to say.
I don't know all that much about Sigismund.
He's the king's younger brother and king of Hungary in his own right. 7 years ago, he led a crusade against the Turks and was defeated at Nicopolis. Some say it was due to the recklessness of the French knights, most of whom were mercilessly slaughtered. Sigismund is ambitious and capable. He might well make a better ruler than Wenceslas, but he's arrogant, and to our misfortune, brutal. Not long ago, he himself was held captive by the Hungarian nobility. They dislike him as much as some of the Czech and German noblemen do his brother Wenceslas. Ironically, Wenceslas joined forces with Jobst to liberate him. And now this is how Sigismund repays his brother. There's no doubt about it, God does move in mysterious ways.
Rupert of the Palatinate. That's a name I hadn't heard before today.
Rupert is the Prince-Elector of the Palatinate.
What's a Prince-Elector?
The Prince-Electors are dignitaries of the Holy Roman Empire who have the right to elect the King of the Romans, who would then be crowned Holy Roman Emperor by the Pope. Rupert took the title for himself with the help of 3 other Prince-Electors, even though Wenceslas had already been appointed. Some of the nobility in the empire recognized Rupert's claim, but when he went to Rome to be crowned emperor, it turned into a fiasco. Now he's doing his utmost to get Wenceslas to acknowledge him, but so far without success. So, now we have 2 kings of the Romans. Jobst sided with Sigismund for a while, but now he's switched allegiance. He seems to do that quite a...
Так, ну вот последний
That young
вопрос
man,
наш.
Sir John of Liechtenstein. Why is he here?
The Liechtensteins are a powerful Austrian family with estates in Austria and Moravia. Sir John sits on Jobst's council.
Since the king's being held captive in Vienna, I suppose it makes sense to have a powerful Austrian house as allies. It could be very useful.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush. And good luck, son. So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes two of us.
Зашибись.
So, what do you think of Margrave the Obst?
Likewise. I do feel he's the one.
Как говорится, не говори гоп, пока не перепрыгнешь.
We'll see what we learn.
Я-то думала уже концовка, нифига-то я не угадала.
I believe we
Да,
have
Саш,
written it well,
продолжается.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
I wish you Godspeed.
Так что, Саш, ты сможешь параллельно кучу игр пройти. Поздравляем, вы завершили основной сюжет. Вы все еще можете выполнять сторонние задания или просто путешествовать по миру. А чтобы завершить игру, присоединитесь к отряду пана Яна Птачка. Так. Ну, короче, нам к отряду надо, да? Чтобы завершить игру. Очень интересно. Пана Яна. Короче, к пану Яну нам надо.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
Greetings. What business have you?
What do you think of Master...
I've already asked him to stay on here when this is over. His ideas are incredible, even that trebuchet. I can't wait to launch it.
Sounds like you're sorry not to be the Siege Master.
Who knows? I may still get a chance.
How do you feel?
Pissed off. I'd give anything to have seen you get here sooner. If only Istvan had stayed inside that fucking castle.
I remember the first time it happened to me.
Не говори.
But that was when you were a young blacksmith, when those thugs attacked you. I'm a nobleman, trained in combat and siegecraft, and even I... Well, I won't pretend I wasn't terrified.
That's how it goes. There's nothing you can do about it.
But Master Fafar may not survive the way they hacked him. If I'd been quicker, or if he'd at least started to run, but I...
The main thing is it will be easier next time. You won't feel the horror quite so much.
I hope so, Hal. Or I'll soon be getting sick of your pontifications.
Так, ну и как мне присоединиться к отряду?
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Давно пора.
I can't wait.
So, to horse! The Lord of Bergov is bound to be waiting as eagerly.
Нет, то ли еще поболтали, еще нужно за ним, как видишь, ехать на коне. Так просто игра не заканчивается это.
So, how is life as a highborn bastard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Rudzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund...
Нет, Оля, ты неправильно думал. Я вот тоже думала, что финал будет после осады.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels.
Еще немножко нужно, видимо, потерпеть. Ой, я с пути сбилась.
I don't know either. It beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't double-crossed him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. It's all over.
Вообще хорошая.
Not that I'm defending.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Yops.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau with it, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel. And have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
And what about the League of Lords?
Wealthy, pompous.
Слушайте, я думаю, как бы мне еще меч не пришлось здесь возвращать в этой игре.
I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
А мне вот, допустим, всегда грустно, когда заканчивается хорошая игра. Ну и поэтому, видите, хвала разработчикам, что они вот такой затянутый финал сделали. Игра не заканчивается, и поэтому мне не грустно, а наоборот даже весело. Вообще хорошо. Да, вот есть такие люди, и они многое потеряли. Слушайте, он уже молчит. Долго мы будем так скакать? Как эти, знаете, блин, казаки. Тихий дон. Отправляемся за пачком. Не, ну, прикольно. О, так месть еще мы не сделали. А пальчик не может это побыстрее немножко? Ускориться. Хотя бы чуть-чуть бы. Прибыли, что ли? Да, прибыли. Еще поговорить с пачком. С птачком.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Да, мы еще страну мало посмотрели. Выпал трофей конец. Ну, я уже, знаете, ни на что не надеюсь.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile. We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that horseman who murdered my parents, get the sword back from him, and skewer him with it.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming.
А, уже недолго ждать, видите? Ура, товарищи! Все, круто. Такое тоже может быть, Саш. Я уже ничему не удивлюсь. Не, все. Все, ничего не продолжится. Ну да, Оль, одновременно. Ну, как видите, все закончилось. Да, ну будем ждать, Саша, с нетерпением. Не удалось загрузить игру, ну и пофигу. И хорошо. Вот. Ну все, ребят, всем пока-пока, всем добра и удачи. Спасибо за компанию. Не, ну это было весело, кстати. Мне понравилось. Финал такой веселый, можно сказать. Лично для меня. Да, ну 100% DLC и вторая часть точно будет. Вторая часть точно будет. Да вам спасибо, ребят, что пришли. Всегда вам рада, правда. Фух. Так себе игра. Ну, вот Закари сказал прям истину. Не, ну она... Кому-то она игра это очень нравится. Вот для меня она так же, как тебе. Так себе. Вот. Ну, а в принципе... Я ее очень хотела в нее поиграть, и я в нее поиграла, ну, в принципе, так, я довольна, в принципе, вот. Ну ладно, ребят, всем пока.